Hi, Mike. Good day. Bonjour. Je suis Jean-Pierre MELLALIEU. I'm Peter MELLALIEU, and I'm delighted to be your teacher, facilitator for design thinking for business. When we use the term business, we mean business. Uh, the target of the course is not just for-profit enterprise business. It's also community organisations, the public sector, and other not what I call not for loss organisations. Um, so I'm going to share my screen now and start to give you some sense of what the course design thinking is about.
So I stopped my sharing so that you can
Right.
share yours. Okay.
Okay. So here we go. So the elements of design thinking. First, you'll see to the left is there is a process, um, and another element is that we don't just produce reports and hope that people magically get going with the report that we produce. We we create visualizations. We sketch and we draw what we imagine we want to produce. We also build models, and that's what the blocks are on the board there. Um, and then finally, design thinking is not something you just do by yourself. It's something that you do with a multidisciplinary team, and that team may exist through the world, a number of people coming together. Let's go and focus a little bit on this process down here. One of the things that you will see is there are no arrows. It's not a linear process. The other thing that you will see is a lot of swirly things. We proceed through this process and we realize, oh my goodness, this isn't working. We need to go back to an earlier stage to correct our assumptions about what we are trying to do. So it's non-linear and iterative and recursive. And I think that reflects some of the ideas of how strategic thinking, strategic IQ, has evolved since over the last 2 or 3 decades. Product development, from which design thinking has evolved, used to be a very linear process using processes called the stage gate model. But now we have design thinking. So let's have a look at an example of here. If we break down this process, here's another way of thinking about the design thinking process. What's currently going on in a business, in an enterprise? What are the pains that people are suffering, and how can we as a design thinking team understand what those pains are, why they occur? Then we go into the what if phase. What if we could do things differently? And we use a variety of creativity tools. In this picture here, we've mentioned brainstorming as one of the tools, but there are dozens of creativity tools, even just listening to your dreams and writing them down in the morning when you wake up. Then, after we've created a whole lot of bright ideas, we go through concept development, tool 6, which is, well, okay, we've got a lot of crazy ideas here. Which are the ones which are worth examining? What's going to work, and how do we test that? So then we move into the what wows phase. We test our assumptions. We build prototypes, rapid prototyping. We test out, well, would people use this? Would people buy it? And we get towards what works. We co-create with our customers to build not just a new product, but a new service, or even a new way of running an organization, or even launching a whole new business to deliver something that wows, but also something that works, something that's in the sweet spot. So let's have a look now at an example. Some of you have travelled to New Zealand, and if you've travelled to New Zealand, you usually have to travel a long, long way. If you fly from Houston, which I've done, it's an 18-hour flight. And here you see a very poor picture, but you get the sense. This is called the Sky Couch, which Air New Zealand had developed, and it allows two people in economy, and here we see presumably a husband and wife, and it allows the two people to snuggle together and get a decent bit of sleep in economy. So where on earth did this come from, the Sky Couch idea? Well, one of the tools of design thinking is called journey mapping, and what you do as the design thinker team is you travel through the whole journey, observing what goes on, not what's supposed to go on, but what actually goes on with the customer. For example, first of all, you dream that you can travel overseas. You plan. You start to construct your experience, and so on. We wait, we check in, we arrive, we transfer, we go, and we eventually get to the trip. So what we're going to do is just show a minute or two of a quick clip of video which will give you a sense of the design thinking process in action. I've started it in the middle, and I'm hoping it's all working, and I've forgotten to turn my sound on, and it looks as though it's all working. I'm going to play for 10 seconds. Just confirm the sound works for me, please, Mitra. Is the sound okay, Mitra?
No, we don't see. I think
so.
perhaps you need to stop sharing and again share it, and then click on those boxes.
Oh, bother. Right, okay, radio, let's go. Stop share. Share again. Oh, it says it there. Share sound, optimize the video. Okay. Let's go back to here.
From nothing and create whatever you want to do. No bounds.
We have sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
It's good.
Okay. So this is right. Anyway, you get the gist.
Just start from nothing and create whatever you want to do. No boundaries, no limits, and just tease out all the different concepts and ideas that everybody has.
We tried some things like people standing up, sitting together facing each other like they're around the kitchen table at home, even stacking people up on top of each other in bunks.
The bunk bed was one of the really interesting concepts, but it put people in a position of being totally undignified in that sort of environment.
To test our thinking, we built a full-size interior section of a Boeing 777-300. Actors and staff were brought in to stage a simulation flight that put the new seats, menus, and entertainment to the test. Three years have produced a unique and stunning new long-haul experience. The best in the world. But for us, this journey is by no means over. In fact, it's just begun.
So this can be your first assignment is what's called a case study examination, and what you could do on that assignment is actually look at the case study of Air New Zealand and look at, examine how they use the steps of design thinking or product innovation and compare and contrast the steps that they took with the model of design thinking that we are proposing in this course. Let's move on. So one of the key things that we do in design thinking is we really understand the people for whom we are creating, designing a new organization, a new business, a new service or product. So here is the beginning of a persona. This one says Peter, Innovation and Co-Creation Manager. It's not me, but it's actually quite similar to me. Those of you that are studying the course, you will have recognized this picture both in the assignment specification and in the required course textbook. So a little bit about me. I don't have an MSc in electrical engineering. I have a Bachelor of Technology in industrial engineering. I have a Master's in public policy and a PhD in operations research and information systems. And I currently am the Chief Design Technologist for a company called PureAssess Pro. So I've had a lot of experience over 20-30 years designing computer software systems and other kinds of industrial systems. But it's not about me. What we try to do is build persona of what pains people are experiencing, where they are, and where they want to go. So this Peter, he wants to become a design thinking expert. Well, this is my first time that I have taught a design thinking course. So I would like to be a design thinking professor. Not just a teacher or a facilitator, but actually be recognized internationally for the unique and awesome way that we're going to be co-creating this course together. Right, so that's persona. The other aspect of design thinking is that it involves teams. So I have already set the class up into provisional teams. And you are going to be working together on both assignment 1 and assignment 2. Assignment 1 is ultimately an individual assignment that you will submit, but you can draw upon the help and support and peer critique of your team. Let's have a look at one of the other differences of this course, and that didn't work right. Okay. One of the differences of this course is traditionally in a course you accept an assignment, you plan it, and you deliver a report, and you might present it. So in this course we are using something called authentic learning. And the first thing that we have with authentic learning is that you do the assignment in conjunction with an industry client. You're trying to help someone in industry, and again I mean in business, not for profit, the community, whatever, and you're going to be undertaking the assignment with them, for them. The other aspect of this course is we undertake something called reflective learning. You'll be observing and reflecting your experience of the course. You'll be logging that in a journal as you go through, and towards the end of the course you'll be producing what's called a reflective essay, a critical reflective essay, which distills out some of the key concepts and the key learnings and insights that you've gained from the course. You'll be comparing and contrasting those concepts that you have experienced with academic and professional theory, and making the judgment, well, that bit of theory worked, but that bit of theory, I experienced it differently. And with these concepts, you'll be going through this cycle several times. You now test your implications of these insights in new situations, and you get on with the next assignment. What else have we got?
Peter,
Yes.
I think perhaps a little bit shortage of time.
Right. Okay. So to wrap up, what I want you to do is not go to my printer. Control Shift P. The gist of what the course is, we need to understand the current things. We look at transforming them into something different, and we design the future. And as we see, we've got new things flying with wings symbolically. What I want you to do to get started is you need to get to your Moodle site, and you'll see the assessments in there that you can dig into. You'll see a knowledge base which gives you many of the readings to get you started, such as the one I just showed you. And there are resources to support your learning. There's some quizzes to get going before you get to our first block on the 12th of March. There are the full specifications for the assignment. And finally, there are these selected readings. There's a catalogue of those readings. There's some abstracts, and it will tell you the Unitec holding plan. It will tell you exactly where in the library you can find them, thanks to Donna Salmon, who's done that holdings assessment for us. So just 3 of my expectations. First is, on time is late. I'm from Northern Europe, and if you know Germany, if you arrive on time, then you are late. I expect you to arrive 5 or 10 minutes before class starts, so that you're making contact with your team members and sharing intelligence about what's up in your life. The second thing is, there is no I did not understand. Pascal's wager. There is no I did not understand. I expect you to understand. I expect you to find out things from your team, from me, from your research. And I'll tell you more about that one. Finally, I reward excellence. I reward outrageous failure, but I do not reward mediocrity. I reward outrageous failure when you try to do something you've never done before. Maybe you make a mess of it, but because you're doing a reflective essay, a reflective learning log, you earn bonus points for explaining, well, I tried that, but this is what I learned. I reward excellence. I reward outrageous failure. Over to you, Mitra.
Okay, thank you very much. It was great. And I think now students have a good taste of what they will experience in your paper. I wish I could take that. I try to take some of classes with you and learn from you. Okay, fantastic. Now let's hear from a couple of students, and then we will start the next session.
Okay, can I'm going to take over here, because I have specified who I want from my class to introduce.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I've got my class in teams, and we've got a couple of students that need adopting. So let's have Clayton Mercado. Is Clayton here?
Kia ora, everyone. Yes.
Kia ora. Right.
Hello.
Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
I'm a Unitec staff too. I work as a specialist in admission and assessment team. I'm enrolled in a postgraduate diploma in leadership program, and I have also completed a graduate diploma in marketing at Unitec before. So I'm looking forward to study more leadership courses and upskill myself. So I've enrolled in design thinking, and the other one is just let me check. Leading and managing change. So these are the 2 courses I'll be studying for this semester.
Great.
Thank you.
What's your, yeah. And my other team founder, so Katrina is the team founder for Team Kiwi, and our next founder is Susan George. She's the team founder for Team Moorpork.
Hi everyone. I am studying Master of Applied Business, Advanced HR. I have a previous post-graduation in MBA. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So I've been a full-time mom for past almost 10 years. So I've been away from the career world. So I'm trying to come back to my profession, and I learned that in New Zealand, most of the things are done differently from experience, and so I want to learn and make myself up to date to today's market conditions. So that's why I enroll in this program, and I hope that I can, make up after so long.
Excuse me, sorry, Susan. Somebody else is not. Is that Rochelle? Somebody has got speaking going on in the background. So if you're not talking, can you mute your microphone, please?
Not mine, Mr. Peter.
No, it's not yours. No, I can't tell who it is. It's very disturbing. All right. So thanks very much, Susan. Was there anything else you wanted to say before we move on?
Yeah, that's
great. Let's move on to my other class founder, Fong Lu. She's founder of Team Piwaka Kawaka. Piwaka Waka. Yes. Fong Lu, not here? No? Okay. Founder of Team Riro, Akashni Prasad.
Hi, if you can hear me.
Yep.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Akashni Prasad. I have a degree in Bachelor of Business from here at Unitec, and I majored in accounting. I also have a diploma in business from AUT. I was enrolled in Masters of Business, but had to quit my studies because of some personal issues as I got really sick last year. I had a very rare disease. But anyways. My future goals is that I want to study CA, Chartered Accounting. I work at 2 different places as a volunteer, which is 2 days a week. I have been a group leader twice before during my degree, and I enjoy group work where all members contribute their ideas. I actually enjoy creating PowerPoint slides. I think it's fun. I can be very creative as I love to design things. Like, for example, I did a poster for one of my group assignments, and I love to paint on canvas. About this course, design thinking, I think it can help me solve problems in a more creative and innovative way in both my personal and professional life. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. A fantastic pitch there, Akashni. Now, we have 2 people, Dharma and Katrina, who they're in Team Adopt Me. So these 2 students, they're doing a pitch to the rest of the class, and somehow we'll get them attached to one of the existing teams. So Dharma, would you like to start first? Dharma?
Hello, everybody. My name is Dharma, and I'm currently working in hospitality as a restaurant manager. The last study I took was at 2015 Bachelor's in Business Administration, and I changed my career to hospitality. So it's been like 5 years of time. I don't know if I sidetracked from my field, which was business. So now I feel, because of this pandemic, hospitality being such a fragile place to be in, I miss my study. I mean, I miss my fundamental business background. So here I am to pursue my postgraduate diploma in logistics and supply chain management.
And so what are the sort of interests and skills that you would bring to one of the teams in design thinking?
So yeah, design thinking as a topic is quite new to me, and I did a little bit of research yesterday about design thinking, um, and I find few things like how design thinking should be done, like user-centered design, and like there are so many types of designs, which fascinate user-centered design really fascinates me. So I think I can work with this particular, topic based on user-centered design.
That's
And
consistent. That's consistent with your experience in hospitality. That is very much a user-centered
yes,
occupation, isn't it? Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that I can offer to my team.
Great, good. So we've got time for one more. We've got Katrina Canaris.
Kia ora. Good morning, my name's Katrina. I'm also a Unitec staff member. I'm currently on maternity leave. I also have a 10-month-old who I am currently managing. So life has been very, very busy. I had him in level 4 lockdown. It's been very interesting. I'm going back to full-time work next month, also at Unitec in the timetabling team. So we work with huge amounts of chunks of data. So I'm really keen, I'm enrolled in the business analytics track. I'm really keen to understand how I can use that data better, both for my team and for the partners that we work with in the school. So I'm keen to learn different ways of looking at data and using data and how I can apply that. My background, worked for a little bit in insurance and investments and all that sort of stuff. Felt like it wasn't making my soul happy, so that's why I came to Unitec and tried to do something a bit more meaningful. And now I'm in the operations side of things. Last did some study in 2018. I completed a postgraduate diploma in business at Auckland, and now I'm taking up the opportunity to study more at Unitec. So that's it.
Great, thanks very much indeed. So what I'd like you to do out there, the rest of the team founders, if you'd like to have Dharma or Katrina join your team, well, make contact with them and invite them to join your team and let me know. So it's first up, best dressed at this stage. We do work in teams. We will reconfigure the teams probably during the later day of the first workshop, based on your completion of something called a Gallup business profile, builder profile, which will give me a much better sense of the relative strengths and capabilities you have. And what we're going to try and do is build equally optimal teams for the design thinking task that you help. So you can find this list somewhere on the Moodle. And I hand over now to Mitra.
Thank you very much. Okay,